Hi, Michael Petrovich with Petrovich Team Home Loan. Congratulations on being pre-qualified. I want to walk through real quick. I did a series of videos where I explain how we calculate income, how we calculate assets, how to monitor your credit from now to when we close, and then just kind of give you some information about just how mortgages in general work from here to the closing. That way you're informed, you don't do anything that jeopardizes your closing or delays the closing. And you understand if we come back and ask for something, why we're asking for that. So a lot of frustration builds when we ask for something that doesn't seem like it's common sense, but in mortgages, a lot of times there's not a lot of common sense. So I'm going to walk through what we can use on income in this video, and how we calculate it and why we do that. So first is hourly and salary income. So for these are the more straightforward ones. Salary, we just take your yearly gross salary divided by 12. That's what we use for monthly income. For hourly, if you're just 40 hours a week, we'll just take your 40 hours, your hourly pay, and calculate that out for the month. If your hours fluctuate, we'll have to reach out to your HR and get an average hours worked, or use your year-to-date on your pay stubs and your previous W-2 and try to figure out your average hours worked and use that as income. Commission, bonus, and overtime. These are things, because they do fluctuate typically, we need to use a 2-year average. So we'll take your 2-year average of overtime and commission. In some cases, if your commission dropped last year from the previous 2 years, the underwriter might require that we use only the most recent year, because it looks like your overtime, your bonus, your commissions are decreasing, so they'll use the more conservative estimate. Now, if you are getting these things, if you're getting a salary plus bonus, salary plus commission, salary plus overtime, and you haven't been there 2 years, we can still get you a loan, but we can only use your base income. So we have to remove that those commissions, bonuses, and overtime from the equation. Self-employed, 1099 employment, we have to take your 2-year average of your adjusted gross income. So we're going to get your tax returns. I typically don't issue pre-qualifications until I have those tax returns, rather than just doing it over the phone, because a lot of times people don't remember or know what their adjusted gross income was for the last 2 years. Obviously, you know what you're taking home, but you don't know what your accountant wrote off for you. I'm sure everyone's being more aggressive on our taxes than so they're trying to get their actual income showing their taxes as low as possible, and that's the income we have to use. Pension, child support, alimony, Social Security disability. For things like child support, alimony, and Social Security disability, or any disability, we have to verify that it's going to continue for another 3 years. So we get your divorce decree, your child support decree, your awards letter. And in the case of disability, child support, and alimony, we're going to determine if that's going to continue for 3 years after closing. If it's not, we can't use that income. Obviously, just standard Social Security and pension, typically, we just verify those with an awards letter. Those continue on indefinitely. So once we have that awards letter, we can just use that as your income. Okay, so next video will be about assets. That's a really important one. If you watch one of these, obviously you've already watched this one, but the asset one is the most important one, so definitely go back and watch that one. That is the one that gives everyone the most trouble on a home purchase. But all right, thanks a lot.